Well, the old man's here. Said he was working on the Honda today. I just had to get a video up. That does not sound like a block sand in a Honda. Hey! What are you doing? I thought you were blocking the Honda today.
Well, I've been doing it. See, I got tools out there already.
There's no sandpaper on this one, Dad.
Oh,
And that one has no sanding marks. That doesn't have paper on it either.
Look, there's sandpaper.
Yeah.
Right on that.
Oh, wait, hold on. Just said that one because it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure the air's on and we have air, right? Negative. Air isn't even plugged in. It's so full of shit. All right, so what are we doing here then? Putting a quarter on?
Yeah, it's getting ready to, yeah.
What? Well, we were going to do a video on the Honda, but the old man has a couple days off of work. He's been in here playing with the Cutlass. So, let's do a Cutlass video. Let's go! I see you got the fender on the other day. I thought you were just setting it up there. He said, I'm going to fix the dents in the door. No, you got it mounted. And we have no footage of it. Damn, that is a good-looking fender, though. How bad was it? Dented?
What, the fender?
Yeah, because new stuff's never really new.
It had a...
The door looks good, though. You got the door. What the shit, man?
Had a dent right here.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Had a... This corner was pushed down a little.
Yeah, so you've been...
This front end here was popped in here.
So you've been playing for a while today without sanding on the Honda.
No, I was going to get right on that.
Okay, well, we're okay. Well, this video is going to be on the Cutlass now. All right, so what are we doing here then? Putting a quarter on?
Yeah, it's getting ready to, yeah.
What? So this, somebody welded this in at some point, and I think that's brazed, which is cool as hell. Where are you cutting? What are you doing? Does this need to come off?
Yeah, but it's got a bolt inside here and inside here. I'm going to cut it here.
Oh, and then get reach.
Then we'll take that off when we cut this out.
Are we taking all the trim off for the paint job?
Yeah. And then
Okay.
I've got to get this molding off. I'm going to come around here, probably wherever this line is.
Just right above it.
And then go over the lip here, because it's got something going on here.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how bad this all is whenever you get to cutting it.
Yeah, we'll knock it off and then look at it.
All right, well.
Right after I get on the Honda, we'll get it all.
Yeah. You'll be next week, baby. We're going to cut some shit. All right, let's cut some shit. Check it out. They riveted it first and then brazed it. That's an old repair right there. It actually wasn't as beat up as I thought, but maybe that's why they replaced it. Wow, she don't look bad in there. I was worried this was going to be shit, but it's not bad at all. Pretty solid car, really, other than right there. This ended up being a lot harder than it should have been. Every single one of these trim bolts is rusted solid and stripped. We had to grind them out, and here's the bad thing. We found this out on the front fender. 68, 69, 1 year only. These stupid trim pieces are like 75 bucks each, 60 bucks each. So we're being very gentle. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it right then. I'm gonna break it. Oh, it's completely off. What is still holding? Ugh. Whew. All right, that's actually in really good shape too. Well, we knew that was coming. Let's cut this the rest of the way. Inner fender isn't bad. Got a little bit underneath, but not as bad as I thought. All right, let's keep cutting. Got her all off. Well, most of the way. Still got to trim the edge a little bit more. We do have some rust in the inner fender, just at the edge. So I need to put a piece of metal there. But I need to get this bumper off, which sucks, because I need to wrap around on the inside. You can cut your new quarter panel if you don't, if it's not bad. You can just use the good metal there and then connect it. It's basically what we're going to do up here. We have a perfect gap. Door shuts perfect. So I don't want to cut all this out and then wrap a new piece there. So what I'll do here is cut my quarter and then match it up, and then we'll have a nice seam weld there. Won't affect anything with the door. Gonna do the same thing up here with the window. This is all good metal, so I'll cut it probably below this trim maybe. Use all that, but the problem is in the back. It is a little shitty down in there. It's beat all to hell. I think it's a little rusty in the corner. I can't tell exactly. Definitely bad here, so we need to go over wherever it goes to it. I don't think it goes all the way to the trunk. I think it goes right there. So basically I said all that to say I need to take the bumper off, and I don't want to. I don't think I can get to the bolts with the gas tank in, so I might need to drop the gas tank to take the bumper off. Pain in the ass. The good news is I did buy a brand new gas tank, so I was planning on replacing all of it anyway, but I kind of wanted to just do the quarter panel stuff right now, but looks like my hand is being forced, damn it. Let's take the gas tank out, and there's no drain on these gas tanks, so you just gotta rustle it. I don't know how much gas is in there. I know it's bad. I know it's old. So yeah, let's do that and then take the bumper off. Oh, that sucks. All right, let's go. Gas tank is out. I actually thought it was really good because it looked okay at first, and then I kind of looked inside it. It was shot, so that is a good thing we got a new one. I think the bumper's ready. It didn't move after I unbolted it though, so that's weird. Should we move? Oh, hell, that is... Oh, shit. Is it unplugged? Oh. Why is that not unplugging? Shit. Why is that not unplugging? Okay, we're going to cut those because I don't know why they're stuck. The wires actually don't look bad. I don't want to cut it very badly, but... Doesn't it just pop out right here? Oh, the bulb is broke on the inside. Oh, it just unplugged as I was saying that. Hey, there we go. That one's broke. Oh. Rear bumper is not nearly as heavy as I thought. I thought that was bent, but it matches the bumper. Okay. Sweet! Now, we can finally finish up the quarter panel shit. Cool. I got this quarter panel fitting really good. I got my edge cut. I was gonna fold this over, but this piece had way too much just material there. When I started bending it down, it just wrinkled, and I didn't want to ruin it. So I'm gonna have to do a little patch right there, but that's better to keep my line straight. It was, is it here? No, I don't know. Wherever I had it, it was, I started folding it over because the bend was wrong. The bend was like way up here. Just folding it over started wrinkling everything all the way down. So I said, screw that. She's pretty good. Now what I'll do, since I got it fitting exactly where I want it, I will mark this with a scribe. I already kind of did it. And then I'll trim the metal underneath it all the way up to that edge. That way you're not overlapping, because if you overlap the metal, it'll rust over time. That's what happened to the old piece. See, you overlap it. It's fine if you're doing like rat rod shit, but over time, that gap, even though it's together and welded, there's just always basically an air gap, and you'll get rust under there, and sure enough, that's what started happening. Started rusting out right where the weld was and on the back. And then to fix it, I just started adding more and more Bondo on top. And you could tell there's probably been 5 different layers of Bondo. So people would just grind it out and add more because it was just different colors. There was gray, there was blue, there was pink. There's another gray up above it. So we ain't gonna do that. But I still have to fix the inner fender before I can even weld that on. I just wanted to make sure it was fitting really good before we got too carried away. And she is pretty much perfect right there. We just got to prep the backside and get her welded, but we need to replace the inner fender, and luckily it's not a very big section. And I think maybe, I thought I had, it might be down in my other shop, but oh no, yes! I have, these are trailer fenders. I use these for inner wheel wells on everything. I'll buy a cheap trailer fender, cut it up. They work perfect for like bagged shit because you can raise your inner fenders. But that edge right there is exactly what I need. So I'll cut this up and do the rust repair on the inner wheel well. Then once that's done, we can weld the quarter on. I'm done for the night. It is so filthy. So much shit came out of there. I am covered. And I gotta get to bed because tomorrow we're going to Pole Barn Garage's house. And we're going to trade. I'm giving him a car. He's giving me a car. Also, he doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to take about $2,000 with me, keep it in my pocket. I'm going to try and buy something else because that guy has a lot of cars at his house. So, yeah, we'll be back, baby.
The next day.
We are back, baby. Went down to Pole Barn Garage's place today. We traded. I had a 70s, I forgot what it was, 70s Caprice wagon. Really cool car. Basically, it was way nicer than I needed it to be. It was so nice I didn't want to cut it up, didn't want to get crazy with it. It has been sitting for 6 months. He had a 66 T-Bird that he did a video on. Got it running and driving, really nice car, and we decided to trade. I was originally going to trade him for his big lifted G10 van that he had, but then I got the K5 Blazer. So I told him, I said, I don't need 2 lifted vehicles. You know, I don't really need 1, let alone 2. So I told him, I'll just give you the wagon and we'll figure it out later. I'm not too worried about it. Well, then he was selling his Thunderbird the other day. I said, I'll take that. So went and picked up 66 T-Bird. Here's a little bit of that footage here. I don't necessarily need anything. I'm just asking.
No. And this thing, this Grand Prix, like, I might just sell the, I was just going to pluck the motor and trans out of it. Oh, that's about it.
I'm taking this one home. Yeah. Ooh, what the hell? Is that an Edsel?
That's JD's 59 Ford.
I'd never even seen it. Let's go that way, actually. Holy shit. It looks like my CRX on steroids.
Yeah, 4OG, 5-speed.
Wow. That video will be out probably the next week or so. We'll bring it in, have some fun with it. I don't even know what the plans are yet. It looks really nice. It was nicer than I thought it was. Probably just need to paint it, get it running. It's sitting for a while, so it has bad gas in it. Didn't want to start. I think he said new fuel pump, new gas tank. So shouldn't need much, but we'll be playing with that. I also today got my used hood hinges in. And if you haven't heard me complain about it before, I have found out how crazy rare 68 Cutlass parts are. I almost cussed. I'm trying to cuss less, but it's not going well. But 68 Cutlass parts, crazy, crazy. The fender was $1,000. Couldn't find any used, couldn't find any. The only ones that were new were outrageous. So then I go, oh, I'll pick up some wheel trim. No big deal. One piece of wheel trim was $70 or $65, whatever it was. This top fender trim, couldn't find it. They don't make it new. Found a used piece on eBay for 150 bucks. I mean, it's just killing me. So I was like, no big deal. Hood hinges can't be that special. Yep, 68 only. You can technically use a 69, but you have to drill it out or something. And then I found a forum online where they said like 70s Cutlass hinges will work, but you have to modify them. I don't know what you have to do to modify them, but I picked up 2 of them on eBay for like 60 bucks. So even if they don't work, I'm not out a ton of money. There was a set for a 68 that were on eBay. They were $600. I'm like, I can't, there's no way I'm spending $600 for hood hinges. So what I want to do, since we still have the passenger side, I'm actually going to take this one off. Probably don't need to, but I want to take it off and sit it next to the passenger one that I have so I can see exactly what's different and see what we need to do to make them work. I could technically kind of look at it next to the driver's side one, but it'd be better just lay next to each other. So let's do that real quick. Then we're gonna start cutting more shit and welding more shit. And I just said I'm trying to cuss less. That lasted 45 seconds. Let's get to work. These are pretty close, but they are a little bit different. The arms are basically the same. The angle of the hood isn't too bad. They're up a little bit more. And I saw on a forum guys complain about the 68s because they wouldn't raise the hood enough. There's hundreds of posts on there of guys talking about how they have a scar on their forehead because for some reason the 68 would not raise the hood up enough. And a lot of guys would put, I think, 69s on there because for some reason they would go up another inch or two. These are out of a 70s something. And now if I get this one, put it up next to it, you can see my new ones, the mount is just a little too big. It's about an inch too long, but the hood holes are the same. Or very, very close. So what I'm going to do is, this is my original one. Is this my driver's side? Yeah, that's the driver's side. So what I'm going to do is put this on here, clamp it together with a vise clamp, and then mark this one on the back side through the exact same hole that's there. And I'm just going to drill that out and waller it, and we should be good to go. Might not be perfect, but it should get us pretty damn close. And then what's cool is, since these are all oblonged holes, we should have a lot of adjustment to make it work. So let's do that real quick. We got our new hole. We should be good. Bada bing! I think we're good. I don't know for sure. I'm gonna have to wait till the old man shows up so we can put the hood on, but a smarter person wouldn't have put this here because I still have to take the brakes off, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. There we go, baby. Sweet. I think we're okay. I think the old man just has this fender sitting here, I just realized, because that moved more than it should, because the fender's not bolted. I might end up taking it back off, but should be able to make that work. All right, let's start playing with the quarter panel. Unfortunately, my piece of wheel well inner fender that I had from a trailer fender wasn't long enough, wasn't the right shape, so I had to make one from scratch. That's not fun, but it's doable. The hardest part about it is it's a big folded curved lip. You got to start it on the bead roller, and then that'll hold your line, and then you got to fold it over. It's not too bad right there, pretty close.
2 hours later.
Luckily, you didn't need a super fold. Just needs a little past 90 is what the old one looked like. That should work. And the air compressor kicked on. Let's go weld some shit. Me and I hate it. I'm gonna grind this out, get it painted, and then we can start fitting the quarter panel. Okay, we need to spray this before we weld the quarter panel on. And I wanted some undercoating, you know, truck bed liner. Naturally, we got the Rust-Oleum turbo can. This is going to be way too big of a fan pattern, so I'm just going to put a little bit on there and then go back in with a smaller can. Here's what's funny. Don't really need to tape anything off because we're not getting too crazy, but I don't want any paint on the wheels. And I found a nice button-up shirt that my wife bought me. And I don't know why it's over here, but I think this thing was very expensive. The good news is she does not watch my YouTube videos. So that's going to work really nice as a wheel cover for paint. I think that was expensive. All right, let's see. Hopefully this can isn't froze because it is cold. It's doing a little bit of something. Oh, yeah. That's not glass, right? That's just rubber? Yes. Don't need to get too cute in there around my glass. Down there I can. Okay. Now the rest of this I will hit with a smaller can, but that actually looks pretty damn good. Sweet! Something started smelling like fire. Apparently that towel got a little too close. Whoops. Jesus. We're in shambles lately, let me tell you. Also, I think I got a new roll of welding wire. It's bad. It just keeps clogging up. Look how much welding wire it keeps spitting out. So I had to put a smaller roll in. We're going to do some TIG welding now. And then I might start cutting up the floors. I'm not sure, but let's weld some shit. What's nice with TIG welding, if you get your no gap, you can fill it with, this is just MIG wire that I had laying on the ground. You can just feed it in there and run it right down. That is gonna be so easy to grind. I mean, it's damn near forming itself. I got the heat turned way down. I could probably go a little bit higher and move faster, but I don't want to warp anything, so we're just gonna take our time. Okay, this is coming out very, very good. You could damn near hit that with a sander, smooth it out. But TIG welding takes forever. I've been doing that. I got basically from there down mostly done. That's like an hour and a half. TIG welding takes forever. So I'm going to do something else because I'm getting bored. I have new floor pans that need cut out right there. I want to get those installed. I also want to mess with the brakes a little bit because I got a brand new master cylinder and I need to double check that it's the right one. It should be, but you never know. So I might pop this on. I don't even think I looked at it yet. It looks the same. Let's pop that on real quick. I also got all brand new rubber hoses because usually old cars, when they sit around, the rubber hoses just shrink to nothing. Dad had a little bit of brakes when he took it for a drive the other day, but not great. Brakes might be failing, but hey, shit happens. They are failing, he says. And the trunk came open again. Yeah! Yeah, baby! She's a one-wheel peeler. Master cylinder wasn't working, so I'm hoping it's just bad, but most likely she probably needs all lines, to be honest with you. But we're going to start with the master cylinder, see what happens, and then start replacing the rubber lines. Now, the problem is whenever you take off very old brake lines, they tend to just snap. And then you definitely have to put new lines on it. So we are going to go real easy with it, and hopefully we get a little lucky. Let's find out. New one's in. I definitely have some pedal, but after it builds up pressure, I lose it. So we come over here, got ourselves a couple big puddles. So most likely that is both of the rubber lines in the front. At least it looks like it could be. So we will have to deal with that at some point. I think I'm done for the night. We spent way too much time on the quarter panel. Metal work, sometimes I go a little too crazy, but it looks perfect and it's all sealed on the inside. And we did the rust repair on the inner fender. Just very, very happy. Tomorrow, we're gonna come in, cut the living hell out of these floors. The passenger side is shot. Driver's side's really not bad. I mean, obviously there's some, but there is no point in replacing the entire section whenever the driver's side is only bad from like here to there. So I'll probably end up, I mean, I'll still replace way more than is rusty, but I don't want to try and fit the whole piece in there and just cut half the floor out. But the passenger side will probably cut a lot out, to say the least. That worked out. The pedal's better already. Like, I didn't have anything before. Now I have pretty good pedal, so I know it's working. Got a bench bled. Very productive day. We will be back tomorrow to do some floor repair and then probably call this a video. She's getting close. Once the rust repair is done on this thing, I mean, it's pretty much paint time. I mean, it don't need much. I think I'm going to get I have a really good 4-barrel carburetor down at the other shop, so I'll probably get a new intake for it on a 4-barrel. That one's also just so grimy. I don't know that we'd ever get it cleaned up. We don't need it to be a hot rod. We just want to cruise it, but I don't even think I can get it clean enough because just the sludge that I had a leaky oil pressure gauge and the line ran across there, and I mean the sludge is like 2 inches thick. I was scraping it out with a screwdriver, took a power washer and just stuck it on it. It just didn't do much, so it might be easier to actually replace it. The old man doesn't care. He said it's already running with this 2-barrel. We should just leave it on. So I don't know. This isn't his car. Everybody thinks it's his car. It's not his car, but I am kind of building it the way he wants it, so it's kind of his car, I guess. He said, what color should we do? I said, I don't know, look good, blue. He goes, it needs to be red. Mine was red. I said, oh, okay, red sounds good too. So it's gonna be red. His was like if I remember right, I was a kid, but I think it was like a dark cherry red. It had some pearl in it, looked really good. So that's probably the plan. I'd like to lower it a little bit, not crazy, but just get it like 3 inches lower. Nothing too wild. That'd look good. And then get some stock looking rallies on it. Ooh, shit. Sitting pretty. After going to Pole Barns today, he has a lot of just old cool shit, and I always go crazy. You know, I'm a hot rod builder. I don't do any original stuff, but it'd be kind of cool to just have just a cool old car. Nothing crazy. Maybe lowered, painted up nice interior. Just drive the wheels off of it. We don't have to go crazy with it. I think that's the plan. All right, I'm going to bed. It is 6 o'clock in the morning, I think.
The next day.
All right, we're back, baby. I'm going to get this quarter panel welded the rest of the way. Then we're going to start cutting the floors up to get our patches in. And I don't really need to waste time with stuff like this, but, ooh, do we need to cut this up and make that bolt right there? Because that would be pretty badass. I don't know. We'll see how much I get done, but I got a piece of plate. We could sink it in. I don't know. All right. That's stupid and a waste of time, but it makes me happy, so we'll probably end up doing it. Let's weld some shit. We are done, finally. God, TIG welding takes forever. All right, I'm gonna let this cool down and then we'll grind it. But for now, gotta cut some floors up. I need to take the seats out so we can get a good look at it. I might be yelling right now because I have my headphones. Ooh, I was yelling. I'm so sorry. My bad. These patches are huge. I'm actually pretty impressed. Now, I don't need nearly all of it, so I'm going to cut it way back here. Cut it way back here, and then I might get away with just cutting it there, not messing with the trans tunnel. Nah, we need to go up to the trans tunnel. I'm going to start whittling this down, and then I will start cutting the rust out. What you don't want to do is cut too much off, because that's a bad one. Yeah, let's start cutting some shit. Getting these fitting right took a lot more work than it should have. These are definitely just like a generic stamp. They are not Cutlass specific, I don't think anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna get them fit up a little bit more, and then we're gonna start welding them in. Got all the rust cut out. There was a lot. Let's keep going, baby. Oh God. Wow, the whole shop is smoky, I just realized. Did I catch something on fire again? I don't think so. Okay, floors are patched. I honestly don't know what's so smoky. There was a little bit of old undercoating that maybe we didn't get ground off all the way, but that's interesting. We better open up the doors. I also have an issue we're gonna have to talk about, I just realized. This trunk might need to be fixed, and that sucks. This is all welded up, looks really good. That's the great thing about TIG welding. It just doesn't get all dirty and warpy, but I'm not gonna grind it down, and we're gonna grind it down tomorrow. The pan should be cooled by then too, so I'm gonna get them ground down. I might weld them a little bit more, but they're pretty much in there. And then I will shoot some undercoating on it whenever that's all ground out. Here's what I'm talking about with the trunk. I was gonna buy a new trunk. They were $300. I thought, you know what, that's not too bad. Thing's all ate up and shitty. I don't want to replace it. We'll just, I don't want to have to fix it. Let's just replace it. That was apparently for a convertible and also a 4-door coupe. They have the same trunk lid. 2-door hardtop, 2-door coupe is a different trunk lid. These things are like $700. You can buy them for like $500, but shipping is another $235 or something. I've been looking for a couple days. I'm gonna check some more tonight. I mean, maybe we just bite the bullet on it, but damn. I thought after I bought the $1,000 fender that the pain was gonna stop, but apparently not, because that is expensive. Can't find anything used for this damn car. It's almost impossible. So I don't know. We'll see. What we might do is patch it the best we can, work with it until we find another one, or I don't know. It's not like we're painting it tomorrow, so it's not the end of the world, but, I don't want to spend that much money on a freaking trunk lid very badly, but I don't know, I might. We're going to sleep on it. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to button up some stuff, call this a video, but we got a lot of shit done so far, and I am very happy with how she's coming. Sweet, we'll be back.
The next day.
We are back. I got my trim today. Check this out. It is pretty. Looks great. Found something else out, though. It's a 2-piece. Dad mentioned this the other day, but I wasn't paying attention. There's a little 68 only second little piece right there. So that was a $100 piece of trim that not even complete. Damn, this car is expensive. Oh, by the way, I decided on the trunk. I am going to go ahead and just bite the bullet and buy the new trunk for $700, whatever it is. It's so much money. This car is so expensive. Thank God I bought it for $800. And I mean, it's running and driving. We're still doing great, but damn. Go to Caseyscustoms.com, buy the coolest merchandise on the planet, help your boy out, hit share, hit like, pump the views up. The views pay the bills around here, but boy, the merch kind of just helps you a little bit more. But I was gonna just make it. I started looking, and then I came over here last night, and I realized it's so rotted that it doesn't fit anymore. It's pulled itself out, because this isn't the only problem. The inside, I think it's locked here, the inside is all rotted too. So I could fix this, and make it nice, but to rebuild the inner structure, it would just take forever. So if I couldn't find a trunk, I would do it, but since they do make them new, it's gonna hurt a lot. But I'm gonna go ahead and buy one. So we'll have that coming. What we are going to do right now is get all of our welds ground down and also in there. And then I have some etching primer for the quarter panel because I want to you know, I don't want the bare metal to be exposed. That bonds to metal, the etching primer does. And then the floor, I'm going to undercoat. I got some bed liner, undercoating, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to shoot the whole floor, seal all that up, and then it'll be nice and pretty. And I don't think we're going to drive it out of here, but we might drive it out of here. I don't know. We'll see how much of a pain in the ass that is. If it wants to drive out of here, we might drive it out. But most likely, we're probably going to call it there. But yeah, let's get to work, damn it. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but if I actually just worked on this edge enough, I could get that with probably no Bondo. Maybe just a high build primer. I don't have the patience for it, but it's pretty damn good. That is done. I'm gonna shoot this with some etching primer, and then we're gonna do the floors. If you've ever used etching primer before, it is super thin. I mean, it's basically translucent, the first two colors, but not a sponsor. I really like this kind. I've used it for years. This is really good shit, especially if you don't want to like mix up a bunch in a gun. I have some of my etching primer in a quart, but I don't want to mix it all up. This stuff ain't bad, but like I said, I think I'm already on 3 coats and you can still see through it. So it is the opposite of a high build primer. It's super, super thin. It will bond to your metal like you won't believe. One of my hot rods I did years ago, I shot the whole car with a couple of these cans, and then it sat outside for like 6 months, and everywhere that I hit it, as long as it's prepped properly, it'll just not rust. It just holds to it real good. So I'm gonna probably give this another coat or two, let her dry a little bit. This shop is a train wreck. I just about busted my ass. While I'm doing coats of that, I'm going to start grinding all this. And then we have to kind of wire wheel all the rust. And we will paint the floor. So, yeah, let's do that. Holy crap, that's dusty. Oh, God. Okay, got all of the welds ground down, got all of the rust cleaned up. Now we can finally paint. I also got body caulking put around the floor pans. That way they are sealed. And what you want to do, you want to buy the correct, 3M automotive body caulking. You don't want to just use like a tub and tile molding caulking that you get. Ooh, shit, hold on. That you get at a hardware store. You want to make sure you use the correct stuff. We're going period correct. We are doing a restoration. So buy the right stuff once. You won't have to do it again. Now, that's dried for probably 3 minutes. Probably not dry enough, but let's spray some paint because it's the middle of the night and I got to get the video done. Richard is already whining. I'm a cop. Get the video done. Blah, blah, blah. Donut. Yada, 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 yada. Whatever. Anyways, let's go. Look at how good this came out. Oh! I actually messed up and didn't buy enough bed liner paint. Here's the rest of it right here. So I took Flex Seal. We got a little more in there than I thought we did. I'd like to do that, but I don't have enough. I took Flex Seal, and it's real splattery. I held it way back, gave it a really cool textured look. I actually love it. Sweet! Floors are done. Quarter panel's done. Looks pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. If I could get to the back of this panel, I could actually beat this out, make it perfect, but a little bit of Bondo won't hurt nobody. And we got our fender on, and I just bit the bullet and bought that trunk lid. God, that hurt a lot. Very, very happy. The Cutlass is moving. I said earlier I was going to drive it out. Well, my dumbass wasn't thinking. This stuff's going to take 12 hours to dry because it's like rubberized. So we definitely ain't going to be putting the seat back in there. Great video, though. Got a lot of shit done. Man, after we get the trunk lid and brakes, and then it's ready for paint. So next video on this thing, we're probably going to be painting it, or at least getting it close. I'd like to get it down to bare metal. There's obviously a shitload of Bondo in some spots. That quarter panel, it was 3/4 of an inch thick. So I'm sure it's not great everywhere. So we'll probably have to strip it all the way down before we paint it. But she is moving along great. $800, man. Can't beat it. Even though I see why it was $800, because if you want to buy parts for it, get the wallet out, baby. Damn. I am extremely excited with everything we got done. This car is moving along incredibly fast. This is the second video on it. First video was buying it and just kind of figuring it out. So yeah, she's moving along good. I love it. It might be my dad's. I don't know. He might end up taking it from me. He's more excited about it than anything. Guy was supposed to sand on the Honda like the whole week. I come in here, he's tapping dents out, he's putting fenders on, he's telling me what kind of paint it needs. So yeah, there's a bunch of jokes in the comments where people said, give it to your dad, that's your dad's car. Maybe it is. I don't know yet. Whatever, I'm happy with it. It's a bitchin' car. We're definitely gonna have fun with it. Regardless of who owns it, we're going to have a good time with it. So stay tuned for all of that and more. We should have another video coming up on this pretty quickly. Also, considering we lost a whole day in this week, going down to Pole Barn Garage, picking up that T-Bird and just kind of shooting the shit with him for half of the day. Very happy with what we got done. Stay tuned. The next video might be the T-Bird, might be the CRX, might be the V8 Toyota. I don't know. We got a lot of stuff coming, a lot of stuff we're working on, having a ton of fun on the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Please hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel grow more than you... This freaking air compressor! Oh my God, I hate it so much!
One long, angry line later.
So like I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted, hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel grow a bunch. Also, we have some new designs coming. Caseyscustoms.com for the coolest merchandise on the planet. I should have new hoodies and new shirts of new designs. We still have our older stuff on there. It looks awesome. They're cool too, but we really have some fun ones coming up. A couple of sayings that I say on the channel all the time that people said they wanted to see shirts. Let's cut some shit. Let's find out together. I apparently say that all the time. I didn't realize that until somebody commented it. A lot of times when I buy shit, I don't know what it looks like, so I just say, let's find out together. All that will be coming more and more. Go to Caseyscustoms.com. Please like, share, comment, all that good shit they tell you at the end of videos, and check out some of my other videos. Peace! I love you. Stupid air compressor.